What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are all staying safe. Now, today, I'm going to be quite honest, very frustrating day for me. Not because necessarily I took any big losses or anything, but just due to the fact that this is not the most ideal price action. Stocks started off going down and then they quickly bounced, and it looks like we're going to take out that pre-market high and then we double bottom, and then just when you think that that bottom is going to hold and market's going to rip to the upside, we consolidate and we just chop around sideways. And then we finally do get a big, kind of breakout run where we quickly take out, those opening range highs, and then we get pulled back in. And then we go to the bottom of the range. This is, anticipation of, what's going to happen tomorrow with the FOMC. Are we going to be raising, interest rates 50 basis points or 75 basis points, so forth and so forth. A lot of anticipation going into that tomorrow. You know, just a lot of money just not really knowing what to do. They're pulling money out, putting money into the bond market. They're pulling money out, putting money into the energy sector. When those are, it's not time to kind of play that game, and then you all funnel back into equities, and it's kind of like a game of merry-go-round when it's all said and done, right? If you think about the liquidity that's surfacing around all the markets, everything is just being kind of paper shuffled around. With that being said, we haven't done a whole lot of anything. The triple Qs are up 90 cents. Okay, it's 0.35 of a percentage point. This is flat. This has been a very boring, a very flat day. Realistically, triple Qs would need to lose 274 before there's any bit of downwards pressure, or they would need to get over $277.53 before you can see any sort of continued upside. Other than that, there's not much really to report on. It's very, very simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that, hey, as much as you want to trade today, you can't. As much as you think something's happening, it's probably not. Stocks look good for 5-10 minutes, and then they don't. Short setups look great for 10 minutes, and then it doesn't. So until we break, which I think is not going to come until tomorrow, unfortunately, then I can think we can get a little bit more clear direction. But really wasn't the kind of price action I was looking for today. I was expecting a nice big gap down open, 200-300 points, completely wash everything out, trap shorts, go red to green on the day, taking out that opening range high, or maybe a 200-300 point, 400 point gap higher, something like that up to the top of the range. For example, you can see here going in the after hours in the pre-market session, we kind of ran into this 50-day moving average. And you can see this red line is the declining 50-day moving average. If we would have gapped up over the 50-day moving average and maybe got stuffed at the 50 EMA and then started to roll over, that would have presented great short opportunities. If we would have gapped below yesterday's lows, the 274 area, if we would have gapped somewhere, 271, 272, trap shorts, and then go red to green. So, ideally, the situation would have been to open up here, potentially spike, chop around, and then lose this area, and then this would have been a clear short setup. Same thing here, would have been to gap down quickly off the open, try to push higher, get rejected, and then come back down. Or the third possible scenario would have been a big gap down with an initial washout to trap shorts, and then trap shorts, and then now start taking out those pre-market levels going back to the upside. That's kind of what I was hoping for. But instead, we opened within the middle of the range. We opened right in the middle of the range, which until we break out or break down, we are not going to do anything. It's going to be very, very frustrating, especially if you're a trader looking for trades, because 1 minute you're going to think that you're going to want to go long, the next minute you're going to think you want to go short. And you're not wrong thinking either way. Right now, if you were to ask me, is the market going higher or lower? well, then I would say, pretty much, well, if we can, kind of clear out this area here, potentially it looks higher, or if we break below this area, it potentially looks lower. But that's not a very, very smart, kind of guess, right? It's just exactly what it is. It's a guess. Technical analysis is telling us that this is stuck in the middle of the range, and we need to be patient. We need to be patient until something sets up. What I would like to see is potentially, these previous hour candles to break and potentially get a nice washout to kind of end the day. 274 to get washed out. And then maybe tomorrow we trap those shorts. Maybe the news on the FOMC is not that bad and we can start to make a little bit of a recovery. And then that will present a nice long opportunity. Okay. Or maybe we can make a push higher towards the end of the day, kind of come into this supply zone here, and then off the open tomorrow, get that initial push, trap these longs. Maybe FOMC, raises it 75 basis points, or maybe even a whole 100 basis points, and then we can have a nice rollover. Well, beggars can't be choosers. We have to trade the market that we're given, and we have to kind of just, as much as we want to, kind of just sit back and wait for the bigger picture and story to kind of develop and unfold. I hope that made a little bit of sense. Just a little bit of intraday commentary for you guys. I'm not going to go over too many levels here. It's charts are pretty messy. There's nothing really too much going on here. Everybody's just on standstill. But just kind of give you a little inside thought, on what I'm thinking, on what I'm actually looking for. 274.18 to the downside, 280.57 to the top side. Obviously, you're gonna have a sneaky little area here over 278. Might give you 1 or 2 points here for a potential scalp. Experienced traders only. And if you're not that experienced, kind of just wait for the bigger breakout over 280.50 or the bigger washout through 274. To be quite honest, that'll really save you a lot of headaches. It'll really save you a lot of money if you just kind of wait for those macro breakouts over all supply or beneath all demand. It'll really save you a lot of money. It'll be a lot less stressful. You won't really need to be changing your bias intraday so much, like, should I be going long, should I go short? I don't want to go short. Last time I went short, I got trapped, and or last time I went long, they stuffed my trade and it rolled over. So wait for the macro breakouts. When the macro breakouts happen, trust the technical analysis, continue to ride those, scalp those on the way down through the macro breaks. See you guys all in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, join my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. All my contact information and everything I'm about is down in the description box as well.